Time for a bit of royal news from the top scoop getter, I call you, Charlotte, at the Mail on Sunday, editor-at-large, because a significant step towards a royal reconciliation could be on the horizon. Prince Harry has extended an olive branch to the royal family by offering to share his official schedule with them, aiming to avoid future clashes such as his Angola trip overshadowing Queen Camilla's birthday portrait. The move's been described as a significant gesture, and it comes after private talks between the Sussex and Palisades, and for the first time Prince William's team may be looped in, and sources say Harry is focused on reconnecting with King Charles, hoping for a face-to-face meeting later this year. And of course, Charlotte Griffiths, this is your big exclusive in the Mail on Sunday today. Great story. Just explain what's going on. Interesting point as well that William could be involved. Yeah, so, well, what happened was, you know that balcony meeting that's now sort of infamous? The very next day, or was it the day after the next day, Harry was in Angola, and it was Camilla's birthday, and it knocked Camilla's birthday off the front pages. All the front pages had Diana on, because, of course, he was recreating Diana's footsteps. This is exactly the kind of thing the royal family cannot stand. Was that intentional? Sorry, was that intentional? I don't know if it was intentional. I think with the Sussexes, things mostly are. And he did call her, what, wicked stepmother?
Yeah, I think he had to realise that Tuesday was Camilla's birthday.
They're not stupid,
and they released a portrait. So the problem with Harry having left the royal family for the royal family is that they can't control him anymore, and they don't know what he's doing, and they seem to always strategically release these, you know, Instagram pictures or Meghan meeting somebody, always when Catherine's doing something or Camilla's doing something. So by sharing his schedule, which is what I'm revealing in today's paper, he's finally saying, look, I'll stop these horrible clashes. And so it seems like just a small thing, sharing your diary, but actually in royal world, it's like a major step. Because it means they will, I mean, they can't stop Camilla's birthday being on the date that it is, but they can manage around it. And he just becomes a slightly more containable figure, slightly. And at the moment, he's a loose cannon. OK, that's interesting. So basically, he's saying, look, I'll put it out there. I think they do that stuff deliberately, Harry and Meghan. Yeah, I think you see it all the time. Do. You see Catherine doing something nice with a charity, and then Meghan will release some picture of her and Lilibet, you know, on Instagram, completely over. It happens all the time, and it's not by chance at all. So basically, Harry is saying that I'll stop being a bugger and play ball.
Meghan Markle has reportedly been warned to keep away, while Prince Harry is making what some are calling a significant peace offering to the royal family. Crown, but is this the start of genuine reconciliation, or just another headline-grabbing twist in the royal saga? Let's break it down. Microphone to really understand what's happening now. Let's rewind a bit. Ever since Meghan and Harry stepped back from royal duties in 2020, tensions between the Sussexes and the royal family have been front-page news. From the Oprah interview to the Netflix series and Harry's memoir Spare, the couple has repeatedly challenged royal tradition, and the palace hasn't exactly taken it lightly. Now, reports claim Meghan has been warned to keep away from delicate royal matters. Sources close to the palace allegedly told her to step back and let Harry handle any potential reconciliation on his own. The idea is simple. The royal family wants to deal with Harry directly without Meghan's involvement complicating things. And that, honestly, says a lot about where relations stand right now. Meanwhile, Harry is said to be extending a significant peace offering to his family. According to insiders, he's making moves to reconnect, reaching out privately, softening his public stance, and even considering future visits to the UK. It's being framed as a gesture of goodwill, maybe even a first step toward healing old wounds. Naturally, royal watchers have a lot to say. Some believe this could be a genuine turning point, that Harry misses his family and wants to mend fences.
Yeah, basically. And on the William thing, he's not going to give the grid, it's called, directly to William, but he's giving it to the King, to Buckingham Palace, to the King's aides, and then they are going to pass it down to William.
It always makes me laugh, Charlotte, how we talked last week or 2 weeks ago about how there was talks between the aides of King Charles and his son Harry. It always makes me laugh how you've got this family, you've got the father, you've got a couple of brothers and whatever else. You always have to go through the aides and the schedulers and the diarists and stuff, just like your family members, just pick up the phone and say, hey, I'll give you my diary if you want. Let's share it on the iPhone or something.
Yeah, that would involve a conversation between Harry and his father doesn't trust his son enough to have a direct conversation.
So if that's the case, so if the king can't even trust his own son to have a conversation, how on earth and how the hell are they going to be reconciling?
Well, they're building up to that. They are building up to that. At the moment, the security issue is still up in the air, and that's the big thing that Charles can't talk to his son about. He's worried that if he just picks up the phone and has a little chat, Harry will start going, and what about my security? And that's actually, you know, it's got legal implications. So, but that's why I'm told it's a glacial pace that they're building up to actually seeing each other face to face. Glacial. Because, you know, Harry's hoping for September. He's coming over to the UK in September. He's hoping to meet his dad there, but there's no chance. They need more time, and that's classic Buckingham Palace. They move so slowly, and as you say, everything's so formal, it has to go through aides. So I think they'll probably meet maybe by Christmas, more likely next year.
Will Meghan be there?
No.
Is that one of the conditions, you think? Meghan stays away?
I don't know if it's a condition. I think it's an implicit condition, not an explicit condition.
OK, well, look, talking of Meghan, moving on to a slightly different story. A body language expert says Prince William acted as a human shield, Charlotte, between Meghan Markle and Catherine at a 2018 RAF event, possibly shielding tensions as early signs of their royal rift began to show. We're going to see it in just a second. Talk us through this.
I love these videos. They do so well for the Mail Online, and this was on the Mail Online because they've all resurfaced now in hindsight. Look, there he is. Look. He makes sure, very protective of his wife. It's very heroic. He's gone up in my estimations. What this is, and there's lots of these videos around. There's another one of him straightening his tie because Meghan keeps trying to talk to him and he's pretending that he's got an emergency with his tie, so he's staring at his tie, but of course he didn't. And what it is in retrospect, we look back at these times knowing how much they absolutely viscerally hated each other. And we realise that they were avoiding each other in plain sight and we just didn't spot it.
Is visceral hatred, sorry to dive in, is perhaps a bit over the top. I mean, it is clearly the tensions are enormous, and you'll know about these more than I, but isn't it just courteous if a group of people, one or two join, and you all adjust your position, and you probably want to continue standing next to your wife? That's kind of courteous.
I think it's a cold, hard block. I'm sorry, if they were getting on, he'd put an arm around Meghan and usher Meghan towards his wife, and then they'd embrace each other.
You don't see royals putting each arm around each other. That's not the way they operate, is it?
Well, they do these days.
Cuddle each other like blokes in a pub.
But he might do that kind of non-contact sort of ushering of the two.
There's lots of politics in the usher, isn't there?
Yeah, there is. For example, with Sophie Wessex. Sophie Wessex and Catherine get on like a house on fire, and they're always sort of gesturing towards each other and, you know, cuddling up together.
Can we see that clip one more time? I'll tell you what I would have done if I was William, is just step back. So if I was trying to be courteous and just make sure Meghan was included, I'd step back to be next to Harry. But no, I think it's a deliberate block to shield Catherine from Meghan.
Definitely,
You could look one more time.
Others see it as strategic, maybe even timed around upcoming royal events. The British press, of course, is spinning both angles, fueling debates across social media. Microphone, but here's the thing, skepticism runs deep. Will the royal family truly welcome Harry's gesture? Will Meghan respect the keep away warning? Or will her involvement reignite tensions all over again? This isn't just a PR move, it's a high-stakes family situation played out on a global stage. One thing's clear, this story isn't over. Harry's peace offering could open the door to reconciliation, or shut it even further. Do you think the royals will accept his gesture? And should Meghan really step back? Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and if you're following this royal rollercoaster, don't forget to like and subscribe for more breakdowns every week.
Step back and then step next to your brother. No, I'm going to get in there for my wife.
Then he might have blocked Meghan Markle, and that would be seen as a rugby tackle or something. So he played a very difficult situation with some tact.
But the body language expert reviewed his mouth movements. Now, this is how technical you get in royal commentary.
Like a game of chess.
Apparently, he was sort of really pinching his lips together, and this is a sign of not being very happy and all that kind of
I don't blame him. Team William all the way.
It's a great sport.
Another slight blow as well, Charlotte, for Harry and Meghan. Poor sales of Meghan's As Ever products. Well, it's the wine, actually, which have been called a nail in the coffin for their $100 million Netflix deal. As insiders say, demand is low and interest in the couple's fading fast. Is that true?
Well, I did read that piece and I looked online and her wine sold out. I mean, at least it's got a sold-out label on it. So no wonder people are buying it.
That's a classic marketing tactic, is always say you're sold out because scarcity brings value.
I've always thought that was the case. It's always suspicious to me how quickly Meghan's products sell out. And I have tried the wine. It does taste very normal. I mean, it just tastes like
No,
funk
she just
to me.
buys a cheap one and buys a label.
Sticks another label on it.
I mean, it's been revealed, but you can buy the same tea for a third of the price.
Yeah.
She's bought that tea from someone else and just put a different label on it.
Yes, but
she didn't grow it in her garden.
This is a really good point, Chloe, because actually the deal technically isn't dead because Netflix are about to open loads of malls in America.
Right.
And their big expansion, Netflix's big expansion plans, is to sell food, merch, all that kind of stuff under its own mall umbrella. Now, Meghan's teas and honeys and jams and wine are all made basically by Netflix, and then they slap a label on top. And so they're actually not going to end the deal with Meghan for this reason, because they're tied up in all this food stuff.
Yeah.
So actually, they're renegotiating the deal at the moment. I don't think she's going to get another $100 million deal, that is for sure. And I don't even think it will be particularly television related, although there is one more series of her show with Love Meghan due to come out. But that's only because it was filmed already with the first one. But anyway, long story short, the Netflix deal actually isn't over completely. It's being renegotiated at the moment. But they've all signed NDAs, so it hasn't come out. So I think those that don't like Meghan will be disappointed to hear.
Well, I, for one...
She's still going strong.
Yeah, I, for one, can't wait to watch the latest Meghan offering on Netflix. Really, really excited.
I'll be watching paint dry, so I don't know if I can join
I think
in
I've got my
tune in
tooth
that.
being extracted that day.
Let's talk about a royal which I am more fond of, Princess Charlotte. She was at the football tonight, Charlotte. And I know what...
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm not going to say...
Charlotte.
At the top of the show, there was some script in the autocue. It said Big Charlotte and Little Charlotte. And I read Big Charlotte referring to you, and I was thinking... Who the hell is Big Charlotte? It means you, obviously, because Little Charlotte was at the football today.
I'm the original princess.
Yeah.
Oh, in fact, Queen Charlotte.
There she is. She looks older, doesn't she?
She looks so grown up. She's 10 now.
Wow.
But she's just looking, I mean, may I say gorgeous? Is that appropriate for a 10-year-old? But she looks beautiful.
Pretty.
Like, she's clearly going to be like her mother. She's stunning. And it was so nice to see her today with her dad. Of course, as the girl of the family, she's got to be at the football with her dad, chairman of the FA. And
was George there?
No, George. No.
Oh.
And I think she was there, replacing Catherine, as it were. They were kind of there together.
Where was
joint
Catherine?
Engagement.
You know what it is?
I think they might be on holiday in Europe. I'm not sure.
Not watching Meghan's show on Netflix.
Definitely not watching that. Blocked both physically and...
Should we look at the front page of The Sun, talking of the football? So this is the Sun front page that's in tomorrow. The hand of God. So goalie Hannah Hampton was England's penalties hero with 2 saves to see the Lionesses roar to glory over Spain last night. They won their historic victory 3 years after winning Euro 2022. As Matthew said at the last hour, back-to-back wins. Are you proud of the England ladies? Are you into women's football?
Of course I am. Do you know what? I was listening to it in the car on the way here, and I was thinking, I don't really care about football, but I'll listen to this shootout. And then I did a massive whoop in the car, and it came from nowhere.
Yeah.
And it was just so exciting. I've just never heard... I mean, I know they have won before, but I've never heard live England win at anything in my lifetime, anyway.
Wow.
And I was thinking of Charlotte being there and how exciting it would be for her.
Yeah.
As the girl of the family there with her dad. It's a pretty cool thing to see.
Was it you that told me George plays tennis?
Yeah, they all play tennis. Charlotte's really good at tennis.
Charlotte's really good?
Yeah. They're really sporty because Catherine's super into sport and very competitive.
Yeah.